talk show, the talk show that share every opinion. I'm Swanika Gurmoli.
And I'm Trilak Mulatna Sopun. Today we're going to talk about social issue which is important nowadays. Is this cyberbullying in teenager?
This is a very worrisome problem because the internet now has become a necessity in our daily lives. And even among teenagers who are the biggest group of users, this problem can affect them in many ways.
Our show has an interview with the general public about their view on cyberbullying. Let's see how they think about this issue.
Okay, so for the first question, do you know what is cyberbullying, right?
Yes.
And how did you define about the cyberbullying?
Cyberbullying is when people post online about bad stuff about other people.
Any action that could harm other people's feelings, life, or have the bad effect on their mental state.
Is simply put, bullying online, making someone feel bad or hurting their feelings, but doing it online.
So how did you feel about the cyberbullying?
I think it's not good. It's really bad for people to see other people posting bad stuff about you.
When you talk about the bullying, it is told by the name that is bad. I don't agree with this kind of action, but people still doing this, cyberbully each others intentionally or not, which is inappropriate at all.
I don't think bullying is good. It shouldn't be that big of a problem. I think people are becoming more sensitive to their feelings and
Have you ever been cyberbullying or someone that you know have been cyberbullying?
yeah, it's in online games, everyone's a bully.
Yeah.
Everyone talks bad about everyone. Everybody's mamas gets talked about. Like everyone's insulted, and it's how we talk to each other.
Personally, I've never been through that, but someone I know, she has been cyberbullied for twice, which is a few times, right? But it affects on her a lot, and it still affects.
Do you think this problem is important?
Yes and no.
Why?
No, because it's regular talking. Like, there's been bullies. People have always made other people feel bad in every year since the beginning of time. Now, cyberbully is that you can do it 24 hours a day. Before, bullied at school, bully when you go out, bully here. But now you can be at home and get bullied. There's no safe zone for kids anymore.
I think it's really important because I study psychology and we study a lot about mental health. Cyberbullying is something that in right now situation, people use a lot of online, a lot of social media. People see a lot of this kind of thing and they feel embarrassed about seeing people posting bad stuff about them. So it might affect their mental health and might lead to suicidal problem.
So that's all for them.
And that is the opinion about the cyberbullying. It seems as many people are concerned about it.
Before we start this issue talking, I would like to introduce our today's guests that come and share their opinion with us. First, Miss Papirom, teenage psychologist. Next, Miss Asama, representative from anti-cyberbullying in teenage group. And Miss Paravi, student representative who has been cyberbullying. So let's start the first question. We know that cyberbullying is still happening and the intensity is growing, but how is phenomenon start?
Cyberbullying is the use of the internet as a tool or channel to post a threat. Temptation and cyberbullying, it can be both an actor and a victim.
So this means it can happen to anyone?
Yes, but it will be seen in the internet users who are teenagers more than the other user group. 75% is the internet access rate. The most active internet group is children and youth in age between 5 to 28 years.
The social network and online games become a part of our life and it is hard to avoid from using them. That's the reason is the internet usage patterns of our generation.
So, What the cause that make these people group have behavior like this?
For a group of children may be caused by mimicking behavior of others or caused by boredom, anger, irritability, and when they did it, they might feel fun, relaxed, or feel more comfortable. But in the segment of youth with maturity, there may be factors in allegations of damage to others, whether direct violence with force, use of profane language, or deal with the relationship to collapse by the rumor, test the past, or exile from society.
In my opinion, I think cyberbullying is a way of bullying that is easier than direct confrontation. We can do it anywhere as long as we have the internet.
According to information from Sunderland Safeguarding Children's Board, in the youth group did not see the internet as item or just a network, but they see a place where they can do anything freely. They can contact with anyone whenever they want. Every action can happen if there is no protection, supervision from parents.
For example, I don't like her. In my real life, I can dare to go straight or hurt her, and when we have a social network, if I see her doing something bad or not like us, I can use it as a tool to attack her through the internet.
And even if is that true or not, it can also become a tool for cyberbullying too.
Miss Parry, have you ever been cyberbullying?
Yes, I have.
Would you mind to talk about this situation?
My case is not very serious. At that time, there were many people posted that message on the internet to attack me. And in my real life, I have been looking with bad side like I was doing something bad. Many friends left away from me. That made me feel unhappy and didn't want to go to school.
Oh, that's so too bad.
Many people may think that cyberbullying doesn't have much impact, but in fact, it has many impact on both of lifestyle and mental health. And when this problem is more widespread, it will affect the society as well. That may be a form of assault that is really severe in future.
Could you instant effect from cyberbullying?
First is direct psychological effect. Many people suffer from psychiatric disorder caused cyberbullying and that make their daily life change. Someone don't want to socialize in real life. For worst case, have suicidal thoughts.
An interesting case study in abroad about cyberbullying that's not violent as Miss Parawi case or worse to be suicidal. Megan Meyer, who got suffered from cyberbullying and finally suicide. She found a man in MySpace social media. He was polite to her and made her falling in love with him. Until the worst thing comes, he started to chat to her with unwanted messages to make her feel upset. Then Megan decided to suicide.
Oh, that's so too bad.
Yes, and worst thing is, who did this thing to Megan used to be her friend. This friend and her friend's mother do it to retaliate Megan. That Megan used to do not well to them in the past.
The result is all of that aspect, right? That the cyberbullying affect different from another injury and not much affect to actioner. But in opposite, no one can tell how violent to who got suffer.
Yes, the mental is complex thing. The effect of cyberbullying problem should be at 10 of everyone.
So, about actioner, what effect have they got?
Sometimes who bully could feel worried what they have done. So anyway, how effect of people who bullied or who got bullied is depend on their personality or how they cope with people around them.
How we can cope with cyberbullying?
To cope with people is have attention and respect of people around. It's a good start to decrease bullying. To cope with happen situation, first thing we should listen how they got suffer. how they feel and find a way to solve problem later.
Okay, now we will provide the opportunity for the audience to ask the question.
I want to know how can we noticing that our friends or our member in family are being cyberbullying.
We can observe cyberbullying symptoms from the following signal. First, they have depression, stress, and anxiety. Second, they become introvert and rarely spoke, but using mobile or tablet a lot. Third, they stay away from neighbors, whether their family or friends at school. Fourth, do not want to go to school, frequent escapes, and failing grade without knowing reason. And the last one, when people talk about their shame or ask about the reasons for not going to school, they may have screams or cry or unconscious.
To solve this problem, which one would you change himself, actioner or victim?
Both of them, because this is a problem that needs to be resolved both sides and the neighbor need to cooperate to resolve it. It's too big to solve on either side.
Thanking our guests for coming and share your opinion today. For today, talking cyberbullying is very worrisome problem.
Yeah, it is a big problem we should pay attention on, and maybe we will bring this topic talk again next time. So today we have to say goodbye to everyone and see you again next time in Morning Talk Show. Bye bye.